Product management itself is not a well figured out role or the career path itself, right? Often a PM, product management, or aka PM, is often called different names. Mostly they are called one of these three things, but not in a very firm way, but it depends on the companies you work with, teams you work with, the type of roles you are at, right? And then there is a technical version of it and non-technical version of it. But basically, at the end of the day, there is a myth that some program management is also called product management, some project management is also called product management. But we can run through a quick crash course today to understand what exactly is it product management and how it differs from program management or project management. But a high level, can somebody tell me all three definitely have some similarities and some differences. Product management is about what needs to be done, and project management is more about delivering things once you decide what needs to be done. Product managers sets the vision, whereas program managers and project managers help realize it, kind of a way. Different companies have culturally set up different way, irrespective of what they're called. For example, Microsoft, everybody is called program manager. I was at Microsoft and I was a program manager, but everything I did was product management. Till I got out of Microsoft, I didn't really, before then I didn't really care the differences. The job was to get it done, right? Whatever it takes. And to a large extent, that's what product manager's role is, right? It doesn't matter what you do. At the end of the day, you are the product owner. You are responsible for delivering value to your customer. If you need to do project management, you do that. If you need to do program management, you do that. If you need to do marketing, sales, customer research, usability studies, product design, whatever it may be, either you find people who can do it and who can help you, or you do it. So it's mostly a master of all, not exactly master of all trades, definitely closer to being master of all trades. At the same time, if you can find somebody who can do better than you, who's more specialized in doing those things, you would get those people, and you focus on what customer value you can deliver through the product, right? From that perspective, all these three roles have something in common for sure. Like you said, being customer focused, being the business owner, or understanding the customer problems and delivering the value, thereby delivering value to your business. That's common between all three. The way I look at product management is, in the spectrum of what you do, if you're more towards the customer side, closely associated with delivering value to those customers by realizing what the vision should be and how the product and the team should evolve, you're more in product management. If you're about getting from point A to point B, getting team from point A to point B, running through them, helping them with tools, helping them with whatever is needed to deliver value, you're mostly in project management. In program management, you basically figure out processes on how to efficiently do things, how to manage a pipeline, kind of a thing. So in one line summary, product management is about vision, program management is about timeline, program management is about processes. You could think about that way. Depending on how much of it you do in your job, you're mostly pivoted towards that type of role. Otherwise, all three roles do quite a few things which are common. Quick introduction. I'm Suhas Manangi. I'm a lead product manager at Lyft. Before that, I was at Microsoft. I was doing a program management at Microsoft, but literally I was doing a product management at Microsoft. Currently, I own all of customer identity at Lyft. Anything that deals with account creation, sign-in, sign-up, account security, identity verification, making sure that whenever you get into the car, the right driver is driving you, but not a fake person or an unauthorized person. That's my job. Keeping your online identity safe so that your credit cards don't get stolen is my job. My job as in I'll create the vision, but the team delivers it, but they are the real deal and I'm only a echo what you people want, right? Outside of that, born and brought up in India. I moved to US about 7-8 years ago. Before that, I was in Microsoft India doing program management for Windows user experiences. I have a little over 9 years of product management experience. I have bachelor's in computer science and MBA from University of Washington. My wife and I also had a brief startup in between. clearly didn't go as well. Anyways, 95% of the startups fail, but you get a lot of learning from it. Been married to my wife for a little over 5 years. We just had a baby, 2 months old baby, so a lot of sleepless night. Whenever you think about vision, these three words come along kind of being represented in a muddied, similar way, right? Mission, vision, and goals. Mission is something like out there, and vision is something, how do you get there? Vision is something of describing an end state, than how you get there. How about goals? What thoughts come to mind when you hear goals? Goals are something concrete, measurable, and timely. Generally, all companies do have mission, vision, and goals. Mission are something very high level, something everybody can live by and relate to. Vision is something of an end state. I'll get to the actual details and how you evaluate those things in a bit. But one line summary is mission is something of a distant past, very inspirational, something that's personal, everybody can relate to it. Vision is something of an end state and often also described as how you get there. And goals are very short term, very milestone driven, very objectives that you can achieve in 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, whatever you put those has. And these are the three things that product managers are accountable for and what differentiates product managers from all other roles. At the end of the day, as a product manager, you do everything that is needed to deliver the value to your customer, but you are accountable. If you don't do these three things, then nobody else will pick up your slack. But if you don't do other things, hopefully if your company can afford to find people who can do those jobs, be it sales, be it marketing, be it program management, project management, technical sales, technical program management, all of those roles. But in the absence of those roles being filled, you end up picking up and doing it, because if you don't do it, your customer won't get the value, and your goal is to deliver the value to your customer. But at the end of the day, these are the three things that you're accountable for, and you have this full ownership, and this is what sets how you deliver value to your customer, and by working with your team to achieve those values. Does it make sense? Questions? Okay, let's get through next couple of slides. This is one of the examples of a company. Why am I talking about company vision, mission, while I'm talking about product managers? If you look at it, when you put your product in isolation, product managers are the CEOs of the products. You set up the vision for the product just like the way CEO sets up the vision for the company, mission for the company. And at the end of the day, most companies are evolved from single product companies, be it Facebook, Google, you name it. Most companies evolve from a single product, thereby the product vision not necessarily translates to company vision, but you see a strong correlation between the type of ownership and the role a product manager plays to that of a CEO. Of course, once you become a CEO, you have a lot more things to take care of, and you have people you need to pay salary to, right? Whereas product manager, all you care about your customer. But in the microscopic way, PMs are the CEOs of the product, thereby mission vision not only for the company. As a mini CEO of your product, you need to set up mission vision goals for your product as well, right? Mission and vision here are kind of similar, except vision talks about how they are going to achieve it, and mission talks about more of an aspirational, inspirational one. I don't know if anybody works for IBM. Okay, cool. Then I can say it correctly. Becoming an IBM towards becoming what it is now, a $1 trillion company ahead of everybody in the game. And all of this transformation took place in less than 5 years. And that's the power of a product manager. And Satya Nadella, in a macroscopic level, is a product manager for Microsoft with multiple customer segments, multiple products, multiple problems to solve. Similarly, the way a company can be successful or unsuccessful, a product manager with an ability to have a stronger vision or not have a stronger vision, not motivate the team with a stronger mission or not stronger mission, be able to get a product to a successful phase or kill the product because he or she is not able to deliver that customer problem, has a vision, mission to the team to go after it and achieve it. And how do you find these mission vision statements generally about a company? Where do you go to find these things? On their websites? Sure. Most companies do have these things on their websites. It's something of a sign that the company is kind of a stable, and they want to bring people together to be able to align with that mission vision. Lyft, when you don't find it, because we are still figuring it out, right? Every 6 months our founder comes up with a new mission, a new vision, trying to figure out where we fit, how do we add value to the society, how do we differentiate ourselves, right? Generally in the companies that are early in their life cycle, they don't have a firm mission or vision. Definitely founders have a lot of dedication to the problems they want to solve, but then mission and vision is something that evolves as group of people evolve trying to solve those core problems that they work on. The Lyft founders are working on the core problem of solving transportation by getting people from A to B, or from home to work, work to home, or where they need to go in a safest, affordable way. But then how do you translate that into a vision and mission is something iterative. You can't get it out on day one. It's something that you work on over the years before you get to that. Just Microsoft took so long, right? Bill Gates, whenever he founded in the 1970s, he had a vision, and the company took 30 years to achieve it, or 40 years to achieve it. And Satya Nadella took over. The vision was no more applicable, hence it had to be iterated. Hence he came up with a new vision, put a company on a new path, and now it's a $1 trillion company. It's exactly like that. Whenever a product manager's role is to figure out what exactly your customers want and build products to align that. Product manager's job is not to take up the current product as is and just build features on top of it. Product manager's center of focus is customer. And if it is a current product works for them, sure. If not, go find out what works and build it. That's the key difference between a program manager and a project manager. Program manager and project manager picks up the existing vision and executes on it, whereas a product manager lays down those vision, lays down those mission towards solving the customer problem. Hopefully with these examples, I have conveyed how product management differs from program management and project management. But defining product management is very hard. You can only understand through different examples. Okay, let's move to the next part. This is something you can use to craft your vision mission when you write your first product spec. We didn't speak enough about goals. A quick summary of goals is you have your mission, you have vision. These are generally long-term, measurable yet long-term. And depending on how old the company is, your mission vision will be that far out. If you are working for, say, a startup that's been around for less than 5 years, then you clearly can't have a mission vision that's more than a year or two, right? Because the company itself has been not around for that long. But if a company like Microsoft or Amazon or Google has been around for 20, 30 years, then you can have mission and vision for your product that are far out. And it also depends on how mature your product itself is. If you are working on a V1 product or an MVP version of a product, then you have a greener field for you to go figure out what the market strategy is, whom you want to target and build products around it. But if you're working on, say, V5 or V6 of a version 5 or version 6 of a product, then a lot of things are already set in place. You as a product manager need to figure out, are those the right things? Should you double down on it or pivot it accordingly? Goals are generally much smaller. Most companies use quarterly or half-yearly goals. Microsoft used to use 3 years goal. Clearly that did not work. That's one of the reasons why Windows moved away from being Windows to Windows 10, and that's the end of Windows versions. After that, Windows is just a service which gets updates every month or every 2 months or every 3 months. Before then, Windows used to be released every 3 years. Based on that, the goals were set for every 3 years. And you can't set goals that are far out because you don't know how world is going to be 3 years from now, and you can't set a goal for 3 years from now. You can only realistically set a goal that you can achieve for 3 months from now, or at max 6 months from now. So these days, most companies have quarterly goals, or some companies have half-yearly goals. Most startups or most mid-sized companies have quarterly goals because those are very easily manageable. And quarter is something that everybody can relate to well, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4.